Hello crafty friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating a very clean and simple card project using layered stamp set, which will be the focal point of our card, and an absolutely stunning textured and embossed background. Now both of these products are part of the latest favorite thing release by Simon Stamp. Before we get started, I would really appreciate if you could take a minute to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Now, the card that I'm creating today is a very clean and simple thank you card, which will be loved by any book lover in your life. Now, I'm using one for the book's stamp set, which is a perfect stamp set for book lovers and creative storytellers. This features a fun layering set of images, which lets you design custom books with different titles and greetings. We also have some beautiful embellishments which can be stamped on the cover of your book. The sentiments include thank you, I love you, and happy birthday, which can be beautifully paired with the sub sentiments that include you're my favorite love story, here's to a next chapter, for being part of my story, hope it's one for the books, and you're the best in my book. For my background, I'm using the Bundle Swag embossing folder, which gives a beautiful textured design. I love the intricate pattern and details on this. Very elegant and sophisticated. Well, kind of reminds me of beautiful Bridgerton-like style. This embossing folder gave a very beautiful and graceful dimension to my very clean and simple card project. I will start by stamping our focal point image onto a white cardstock panel. The back of this stamp set has the sample images which shows how beautifully all of the layers come together to create a book. You can also see that how beautifully all those embellishments and sentiments perfectly nestle between those little centerpiece of our book. You could use a variety of colors or even add some heat embossing onto your stamped image. I will be using my Simon Stamp Positively Saturated inks in the shades of purples and pinks for my book. I started with a beautiful violet shade for the main body of the book, and from there it is very easy to keep layering each component. It is at this time where you get to choose all the pretty colors that you like. Once I was done with my book, I stamped the thank you sentiment in the center using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And well, let's not forget the little embellishments on each side of our sentiment. Let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite color combinations and well, what kind of books do you like reading? Once I was done with the stamping, I went ahead and used my scissors to cut this image. Well, generally, I'm not a very big fan of fussy cutting. I either like having coordinating dies or use my brother's Canon cut to cut out the images. But this was a pretty easy image to cut, so I used my scissors and cut it out. Now, well, there are coordinating dies available which not only cut out the book but also the sentiments. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Now that our focal point is ready, let's work on our background. Well, since the Bundle Swag embossing folder gives such a beautiful and textured design, I decided to keep it as simple as I could. I used white cardstock panel for my background. Well, all of the color on the card will be just on the focal point and we have a very simple background. Well, simple, yes, but there's still room for some splatter, right? I placed this embossed panel into my splatter box and I used the same pink and purple splatter along with black and golden. I like to use watercolor when it comes to splattering. Well, I will not say that I splattered this generously, but I do have enough to accentuate not just my background but also my focal point. I let this panel dry completely before I adhered it onto a side folding A2 size note card. Before I adhered the focal point onto the embossed background, I decided to add some shine to it. I'm using my Spectrum Noir Glitter brush pen on just the base cover of the book. I then adhered the embossed panel onto the card base using foam tape and then stuck the focal point image on the center of this embossed panel. I love how beautiful this card project turned out. A very clean and simple card with a fun layered focal point and a beautiful intricate embossed background. Well, I hope you had fun watching today's video and got inspired. All the supplies that I used to create this card will be linked down in the description box below. Please note that all of these links are affiliate links, which means that if you shop using one of my links, I get a small commission at no cost to you guys. Also, don't forget to check out the fun favorite things release by Simon System. I will have a link to that as well in the description box below. Thank you again for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe.